The impossible beauty standards and obsession with youth in modern society is a point of endless debate for women. But what happens when a creatively alternative mind explores that topic to the most absurd limits? You end up with the movie that French filmmaker Qualley made with Hollywood veteran DEMI Moore and Hollywood rising star Margaret Qualley, in which the combination of desperation and science create a recipe for the ugliest parts of human nature to thrive in the creepy and irresistible The Substance.
People always ask for something new. It's inevitable. At 50, well, it stops.
Have you ever dreamt of a better version of yourself? Younger, more beautiful, more perfect. One single injection unlocks your DNA and will release another version of yourself.
DEMI Moore is no stranger to playing roles that grab people's attention, having starred in now iconic movies like Ghost, opposite the late Patrick Swayze, Indecent Proposal, G.I. Jane, and the eternally quotable A Few Good Men. So when The Substance came along, a film that would require an actress to play Elizabeth Sparkle, a woman who goes from fitness beauty icon to a grotesque and decayed shell of her former self, and demanded a real range of physicality to deliver the role with impact, DEMI Moore was just the right fit for what was required.
There you go. Hello.
Hi, DEMI. Judita DaSilva, Arise Play, Nigeria. Now, after I first watched the film, I spoke to a few journalist friends, and a lot of them were surprised that someone of DEMI's stature would do a film that's so left field. And then I started playing back my memories of you and the headlines that I've come across where DEMI Moore wants the same pay as men in Hollywood. DEMI Moore shaves her head for G.I. Jane. And DEMI Moore transforms for Charlie's Angels. DEMI Moore's on the cover of Vanity Fair pregnant. And I'm like, this is pretty DEMI Moore stuff to do. It's daring. So for you, would you settle the disputes and say, was it a shocking choice for you to make, or was it kind of in the vein of your bold spirit?
I think it's more the latter. It was more, I think, in keeping with, for me, it's not that I've looked at it going, oh, this will be a bold choice. It's more of looking at it for me of it's opportunities of also answering questions that I have or exploring things that I feel deserve to be challenged, the status quo of things. Like, why shouldn't a woman be in combat and military if that's where she wants to be? And why is there a resistance to that? Yeah. And then in this way, I just don't feel like I've had a piece of material come across for quite a long time that felt in keeping with some of my past choices. And so it was super exciting. And at the same time, I always look at material and go, is this pushing me to step out of my comfort zone? Is this challenging me as a human being? Is it going to, and it did. Clearly it was, and it's not that it was easy or like a go to, like I can walk through the park in this. No, it was a depth of vulnerability and rawness, because you can't do something like this and not be all in. You have to really be willing to go for it all the ways.
This is The Substance.
I'm Sue.
You're hired.
Let's go.
A perfect balance of 7 days each. The one and only thing not to forget. You or 1. You can't escape from yourself.
There's been a slight misuse of the substance.
Director Qualley triumphed at the 2024 Cannes Film Festival, winning the award for Best Screenplay for The Substance. The absurd and fascinating thriller about a fitness guru who is faced with the prospect of being too old to be famous anymore, so she makes an almost Faustian deal with an ominous voice over the phone to take the substance, which spawns a younger version of herself that is able to reclaim the admiration of youth. But living vicariously through that younger self goes horribly wrong, in a way that would turn even the strongest stomach. But this should come as no surprise with Qualley, having proven her skill for depicting cinematic blood and gore, as she did in her 2017 drama Revenge, which brought her to prominence.
And just bouncing off that, if you look at recent examples, Sylvester Stallone does Creed with Ryan Coogler. It's an award-winning hit. Jeffrey Wright does American Fiction with Cord Jefferson. It's an award-winning hit. You do The Substance with Qualley. It's an award-winning hit. Would you encourage famous, well-established actors that take a risk on a new filmmaker, even if they don't have the repertoire, if they have a bold point of view as filmmakers, go for it?
Most definitely, because, you know, there is nothing gained by playing it safe.
Yeah.
Not as an artist and not as a person. I think, you know, because even if this had not worked on a bigger level, it served me personally. There's something that, you know, like taking the risk is what pushes you to grow. And without that, we become stagnant. And we, you know, and so I think it's so important to take those risks. And some work and some don't. Look, I can say it doesn't always happen. This one, I had zero expectations.
Yeah.
With this. I had no idea. And certainly not, I mean, I'm continually surprised with this, but in the most delicious, sweet place of gratitude, because it's resonating on the level that I had hoped and had a little fear might not work because of how crazy the film goes. And the fact that the message is translating not just to women of a certain age, but to people across the board, and particularly young people.
Absolutely. Well, it was wonderful to see you in something so different, but it is very DEMI MOORE to me. So thank you so much for talking to us, and it's lovely to speak with you.
To Judith, thank you.
The sheer audacity of The Substance is probably in large part the reason it has continued to build a cult-like following around the world. It offers social commentary on important issues within the human condition, but it also celebrates daring cinema and adventurous filmmaking. And from the women in front of the camera to the woman behind it, The Substance is an example of female ingenuity and innovation in movie storytelling.
This balance is not working!
Would you like to stop? Would you like to stop? Would you like to stop? Would you like to stop?
I'm fine. Everything's fine. You have to
Cut! Grow! Yours!